Good morning, everyone. My name is Carmen, and today I'm going to talk about the grammar translation method. So the first question is, which were the principal characteristics of the grammar translation method? So the principal characteristics of this method were the first one is the objective of foreign language study, that is to acquire a language for reading its literature and mental discipline and intellectual development. The second is that reading and writing are the major focus. The third one is that vocabulary selection is based on reading texts with words taught through bilingual word lists, dictionary study, and also memorization. So, the first one is that the sentence is the fundamental unit of language teaching and practice. The five is accuracy is emphasized. Another is that grammar is taught deductively, that is by presentation and study of grammar rules. And finally, the student's native language is the medium of instruction. So the second question is, when did the reform movement start? Which was the cause for that? And what became after? So the reform movement in Europe in the mid-19th century arose from opposition to the grammar translation method, leading to the development of new language teaching methods and ongoing controversies. The third question is, what caused the demand for oral proficiency in foreign language during the mid-19th century? So that was the increased opportunities for communication among Europeans created a demand for oral proficiency in foreign language. The third is mentions the specialists from England and France that wanted to reform the teaching of modern languages and their ideas to develop. So some of these specialists are Marcel Prendergast and Guin. The ideas and methods of Marcel Prendergast, Guin, and other innovators were developed outside the context of established circles of education, and hence lacked the means for wider dissemination, acceptance, and implementation. The fifth question is, which study and ideas were the beginning for the study of situational language teaching and total physical response? So Goins' emphasis on the need to present new teaching items in a context that makes their meaning clear, in the use of gestures and actions to convey the meanings of utterances, are practices that later became part of such approaches and methods as situational language teaching and total physical response. The sixth is that, when was the International Phonetics Association method? What did they design, and what was the purpose? So the International Phonetics Association was founded in 1886, and its International Phonetic Alphabet was designed to enable the sounds of any language to be accurately transcribed. The seventh question is, write the 5 recommendations from the International Phonetic Association. The first one is that the study of the spoken language, The second one, phonetic training in order to establish good pronunciation habits. The third one is that the use of conversation texts and dialogues to introduce conversational phrases and idioms. The fourth, an inductive approach to the teacher of grammar. And the fifth is that teaching new meanings through establishing associations within the target language. The eighth question is which were the four principles for the development of a teaching method according to the Englishman Henry Sweet. So the first one is that careful selection of what is to be taught. The second one is imposing limits on what it is to be taught. The third one is that arranging what is to be taught in terms of the four skills of listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And the fourth one is the grading material from simple to complex. The ninth question is which were the theories from the German Wilhelm Victor in order to justify his views on language teaching. So Wilhelm Victor, a German scholar, argued that phonetics training will improve language pronunciation, emphasizing speech patterns over grammar as a fundamental elements of the language. And the last question is which were the 6 beliefs from the reformers during the late 19th century. So in general, the reformers believed that so the reformers during the late 19th century prioritized spoken language, applied phonetic findings to teach, taught language first, also presented words in sentences, taught grammar inductively, and avoided translation. So they believe in using native language for explanation and comprehension checks and teaching grammar in meaningful context. And that's all. Thank you.